What is going on, guys? Wacka here. Welcome you to week one of Sacred Draft Shrine, season one. I'm really excited to actually record this. Um, I think going into this match, we had a really good team. I should have probably gotten the pace ready. I'm just gonna go into my sets though, and ZDH's team, who's actually I've known him for quite a while. He's a nice guy, except he joined me for like a few days, but it's okay because we're getting the match done. He did offer to forfeit loss against me, but I wasn't going to take that. I really wanted to face his team and get used to my own team myself. So he's sporting not Mega Garchomp. He's sporting Garchomp, Ferrothorn, Rotom Heat, Weavile, Suicune, Slurpuff. In the back, he had Mega Gallade, Crobat, and Exploud. I'm really surprised he didn't bring Mega Gallade instead of Garchomp. Because, as I said in my first video, my draft recap, I did not think Garchomp. I think Garchomp is not good versus my team, and Glade would have been better to hit my defensive walls because you get Zen Headbutt for Chestnut and Weezing, and Fire Punch for Scissor, but he opted to go Garchomp. And by the way, I don't have his pace at all, so I don't know like what his complete set is. Just going into this, but I am repping Mega Scissor, who is like mixed HP defense, but um, adamant nature with a little bit of attack investment, and the rest went to speed to outspeed no speed Suicune. I did the same thing on Politoed and Mesprit, by the way. They're all just barely outspeeding Suicune because I thought going into this match I was getting 6-0'd by Suicune. Um, but yeah, and I think we have Bullet Punch, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Roost. Torn T is just like it's fast enough to outspeed Gallade. Um, yeah, it's timid with max special not defense. I'm stupid. With max special attack. That's what I mean. And then the rest in HP. Sporting, I think U-turn, Hurricane, Heat Wave, and Defog. And then our Hydreigon is and on Boots on the Torn. And then my Hydreigon is Flamethrower, Draco Meteor, not Roost, U-turn, and uh, what move was it? What was my last move on Hydreigon? I don't think I clicked it. Oh man, I need to see. Just a second, actually. I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna look at this really quick then. Oh, I was Dark Pulse. Okay. I don't even think you saw that because my camera didn't cover it. Okay, so Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, and U-Turn. I was originally gonna run Roost, but I was Scarf, and I didn't know when I would have a chance to just come in and click Roost. Luckily, in the end, it didn't matter too much. So, anyways, we had Weezing, Galarian Weezing with, I think, Black Sludge, Pain Split, I T-Spikes, Strange Steam, and Flamethrower. Or no, Fire Blast, because Fire Blast killed Ferrothorn and an easier percent for me to get at. Politoed is not Drizzle, in fact, but it's a Water Absorb, not sporting a single actual water move. I have Toxic, Rest, Seismic Toss, and Haze, which is meant to be Suicune. The only reason I did not go for Perish Trap, Whirlpool, Perish Song, was because the Suicune is substitute. It could just switch out on my Perish Song and my plan would not work. And then we have a Mesprit, which is meant to beat well, it's not meant to beat anything, it's just meant to chip down the Mega Gallade if he had brought it. So I opted to not go for. So s- I can't talk. Since he did not bring Gallade, I figured Mesprit wasn't it wasn't needed in this battle, I think. But it's repping Play Rough, U-Turn, Stealth Rock, and Healing Wish. I didn't think I'd have a chance to click Healing Wish. All I really needed was um my Play Rough. But he didn't bring Gallade, so I figured Mesprit's more free to click its other moves if it wants to. So that's what I learned going into the match. I saw he didn't bring Gallade, so Mesprit wasn't as important. And neither was Torn T to an extent, but um, so here I figured, I think I led Hydreigon, because I figured most of his leads I would be able to run U-turn, but he led Weavile, so I went straight into Mega Scissor. I figured he'd switch out, so I just Mega Evolved and Roosted so I can get back to full. I also wanted to scout to see if the Suicune was faster, which it wasn't. He went straight for Calm Mind, which is good. Um, Even at +6, Ice Beam isn't really doing much to me, so I decided to let Politoed just like kind of sit in there. I have Haze if I want to, but having pressure, like looking at my PP, look, it has pressure, so I kind of needed to uh, preserve some Haze PP in case he kept trying to like call my setup in the long game, but I think he realized my Politoed kind of just walled it. So I decided to just get rid of the Suicune there, and that is our first blood of the season, is Politoed. Also these nicknames. I'll get into nicknames another time. Um, Politoed is supposed to actually be nicknamed after ZDH. I kind of just named my mons after like people in the server. Charizard's a good mod, so I gave him the Torn. Tier K is the co-server owner, so I gave him Mega Scissor. He really likes Scissor. I don't know why, but it's a cool mod. It has a nice ass. But anyway, so this Ferrothorn is just gonna keep gyro balling, and I'm a little bit scared of him gyro balling again because it did so much to Torn. And here I knocked off his Debris Berry, and I wasn't sure Bullet Punch was gonna kill, so I opted to just switch into Weezing. It did a lot to me, so I'm like, this might be like offensive or like defensive Slurpuff, so I opted to just Paint Split and then remove the Ferrothorn. So now Torn T can come in and defog when I needed to, but I opted to just Strange Steam the Garchomp as he Swords Dance. He's actually Lumberry, which is cool. But I opted to just keep Strange Steaming because I wanted to get rid of the Garchomp. I knew if I kept letting it get set up, I could have lost the battle. So there, I didn't really need Weezing anymore because it was so chipped down, which meant Weavile kind of went ham versus my team. So, and I was also struggling versus this Slurpuff as its Wish passing. Um, he got a crit Dazzling Gleam, which sucked because I wanted to keep Mesper around for like a little bit longer, but I figured it's fine. Politoed can come in and actually deal with the Slurpuff, so it is really nice. I brought especially defensive Politoed for this match with some speed. It can also take, I think, 3 Volt Switches from Rotom. Here I decided to just Dark Pulse the Rotom. It did a lot more than I thought, so I knew it was offensive. The Weavile, I was not sure what it was yet. I wasn't sure if it was Scarfed or if it was like Banded or what. I think it's Banded, but at this point I didn't really need Torn anymore. I could have maybe used Torn for like Slurpuff, but I opted to just go Scissor and Roost Up. I U-turn on the Slurpuff. I think here, yeah, so I kind of just walled the Slurpuff a little bit more. He actually opted the Wish, but I thought Seismic Toss would kill the Rotom, but it barely lived, and I'm like, well, Volt Switch isn't doing too much to me, so I'm not really scared of what it can do. See, it did 46 max, I think. So I opted just like staying and just seismic toss. He goes Weavile. I was actually kind of worried he would knock, which he did. So I just bullet punched. I had to kill it there, or else it was not dying. He actually went Slurpuff because for some reason he thought he would take it. But I think what happened, um, actually I think what happened, oh, he said it's 57% minimum. I think what happened though is he didn't realize the berry was gone. I think he was calcing with the berry. I'm not entirely sure, but it could have been like defensive Slurpuff. He didn't really say. So just to be safe with Scissor, I wasn't really sure if Bullet Punch would kill the Rotom, so I opted to just go into High Dragon and click Dark Pulse because it was safe. I knew I was faster because I know he's not Scarf. So we win the match. Politoed, I think, got 1 kill. Wheezing got 2. Yeah, it killed the Garchomp and the Ferrothorn. Scissor got 2 kills. Torn T and Mesprit did not kill anything. But they did their job, I think, for the most part. And it was a very good match to ZDH, very well played. Other than maybe that last part, like, I think if he went Rotom on my Scissor, I maybe would have had a sack Scissor. I would have Bullet Punched to see if it killed. I don't think it did. But I would have had a sack, and then I would have had to go Politoed and rest on him, but I wasn't sure if he was Thunderbolt. So I was kind of in trouble there. Actually, no, I could have gone High Dragon. I could have clicked like Dark Pulse or Flamethrower because the Slurpuff was pretty low at that point after Rocks. But anyway, so very good game to ZDH. Next week I face Rhydon, whose team, I don't remember what his team is, but it's probably really scary because he's really good at using low tiers. I don't even know what half the low tiers do, so yeah, I'll see you guys next week.